Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar with Madden 25, and we've got, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, we've got that Houston Texans game. Things have been really, really crazy for the past week, which is why I've been struggling to be able to get videos out on time, but I think I'm going to be okay. So, this past weekend, I had a ton of homework I had to do. In fact, every weekend from now until the beginning of December, I'm really going to be spending a lot of time doing that. So I'm going to try to see what I can do, kind of make things a little bit better, but I don't want to make any promises regarding anything quite yet, but I'll keep you guys in the loop. But, I mean, I've had some good things take place, too. Like, I know I tweeted this out and put it on Facebook yesterday, but it was my wife's and our anniversary. So it was our second anniversary, which was really cool. We just spent some time, just hung out at home, and we went mini golfing. So that was kind of a nice change of pace. Me taking a day off of work, getting out of the house, just spending some time with my wife was awesome. So, I mean, I've had some good things, and of course some not so good things that have kind of taken me away from the channel here for the past few days. But today is going to be the first day where I start getting back into things. There's a lot I actually have to do to get back into stuff as well. Like, this was something that I wasn't anticipating, but when I got the new PVR, there were some videos that I did where at the very, very bottom, when I converted it from a .ts file to a .mp4, it was all distorted and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't have that. I mean, that just looks bad. So there's an extra step that I have to go through with every single video, and I have to go ahead and convert it from .ts to a different type of file format using a video converter that I have, which is great that I can do that because I can put quality looking videos back on the channel and not ones that are like distorted at the bottom. But it means that I have to spend about 2 hours on every single video just going ahead and converting it. So, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll play a game, and then I used to be able to go ahead and just pop it in or pop it into my video editing software and go ahead and edit that. But I can't do that. So instead, I have to go ahead, wait 2 hours, then import it on in and go ahead and edit that down. So I've lost the ability to go ahead and make a video in one night and then have it posted the next morning, which is not cool, believe me. It's something that absolutely frustrates me. But I keep reading that the makers of the PVR, they're going to have an option soon where you can just record right to MP4, so native MP4 recording, which is going to be absolutely great for me. I'm sure for a lot of other people as well, because that, I'm not the only person that's had problems with that type of conversion that they give you right from the get-go. Oh man, I'll push him out of bounds at the 5. Still not good. All right, we're about ready to go ahead and end the first quarter, but all right, so Seahawks go ahead and tie it up right here. I think this weekend I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start working on a new setup video for you guys, because I've got some new components and things like that I am using to make the video or making, wow, I can't talk. See, I'm rusty. New equipment that allows me to make the video that you're watching right now, as well as all the other ones. And it's supposed to go ahead and ensure that on next gen I'll be able to record. I've heard stuff like Sony's going to make it so you can't record on the PlayStation 4. I've heard other places say that you can, but whatever. If they have something like that restricted or something, I'm going to find a way to get around it. That's just me. I'm a geek like that. You can't tell me that I cannot do something. Especially when it comes to technology. But anyway, we are up 14-7 now. We got to stop Wilson and the rest of the Seahawks right here, because the first quarter really wasn't pretty at all. Granted, I'm up by a touchdown. Getting 14 points, that's something I'm pretty excited about. But I've got to stop Lynch. I've got to find a way to stop him. I cannot allow these passes really to keep taking place. It allows him to pick up a good amount of yards. I mean, it's not anything that we're seeing like huge gains or anything like that, but the fact that Wilson is able to be so consistent, that's a huge problem. Now, I know what it is. It's most of the people on my defense are on cold streaks because I don't play for the full 12-minute quarters. So since I play 7-minute quarters and they have like weekly objectives that they have to meet, I usually don't have enough time to be able to do that. Because if you think about it, it's almost like I only get one half to complete an entire game's objectives. Now, that was a bad play call right there. So McCoy with the catch wide open. He's going to get to about the 10-yard line. Not good. So, yeah, like everybody on my defense is on a cold streak. And I remember from a couple years ago when I was doing the 49ers franchise, just how annoying that it was to be able to play this game. And you can't turn off those cold streaks or anything like that. So I'm stuck playing like this. Teams are going to be able to destroy me defensively because there's nothing that I can do to turn them around. I hate cold streaks. I don't care what game it is. I hate streaks. But whatever. I'm not a game developer. There's really nothing I can do. I appreciate it. I understand what they're trying to do. But no. Not something like this where it penalizes you for going ahead and playing the game shorter than normal. Dang, I need to keep going to that left side. Another huge pass over to Martin. I'm really going to take advantage of that here today. All right, so with that, we're looking 21-14, 50 seconds to go for the Seahawks to try and get some points on the board. Wilson shuffling around in the pocket. He's going to get hit hard after picking up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock is continuing to tick. Wilson feeling the pressure, but able to get it to Miller, and Miller will get tackled, lose 1 yard. Seahawks are going to call it a timeout, so 37 seconds left to go here in the first half. 3rd and 9. Of course, we're going with the pass this time, prepared against it, but Baldwin runs out of bounds, and it is going to be a first down. Now, after an incomplete pass, we're looking at 2nd and 10. 23 seconds. Baldwin again with the catch. It looks very similar to the play we saw just a little bit ago. And the Seahawks have used their last timeout. They're at the 49-yard line. Wilson's going to get sacked, though, and he'll lose 7 yards. So now 2 seconds to go at the Seahawks 42-yard line. Wilson throwing it deep. It's a Hail Mary. This is a joke. I give up 21 points in one half. Now, granted, I've gotten 21 points, but the way that the Seahawks have been able to get those touchdowns has been ridiculous. This is the worst defensive performance that I have seen the Texans have. And actually, this is probably the worst defensive performance in that first half that I think I've ever seen out of any Madden game that I've played. So I'm going to have to do something to try and turn this around. But I don't know what more I can do. I'm predicting a lot of plays correctly. Like, I blitz when they run. I go and I bring in a lot of defensive backs. And I guess the pass, but it is not helping at all. Now, Arian Foster's really not having the game I'd want him to have either. Now we're looking at 4th and 2. So I start off the second half with a terrible drive. We are really starting to fall apart. Now, granted, when you look at 21 points, you may not think, well, this team's really failing right now. But when you go ahead and you take a look at what's happening, yeah, this is bad. The only reason I have 21 points is I've been able to exploit a mismatch on the left side. Now I'm going to be looking for opportunities to continue to do that. That may be my only chance of winning. Finally, we get a stop right there with the running game. 2nd and 10. Wilson feeling pressure. Lynch hit. He drops it. So a fumble, and we recover. That may be the game changer right there. Go ahead and make all the momentum go in my favor. But there's Foster trying to stay on his feet, but he'll get tackled after picking up 5. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Now, here we go to Foster on a little screenplay. Almost getting to the first down, but not quite. So on 3rd and inches, we are, of course, going to run it straight forward, and Foster will get the first down. All right, we're at the 42-yard line now of the Seahawks. And Foster will only get 3 points right there. 3 yards, my bad. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm rusty. I got to get back into this. I got to get back into it quick. I think this is going to be the only video that I end up doing today just because I've got to go ahead and do some conversions. But tomorrow I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put up NLDS Game 2. I won with a, well, I don't want to give it away, but it's a pretty cool ending to that one. See, there we go again, left side. Then I'm going to go ahead and get Teddy Crocker put up as well. Rascot Recreation's going to make his first collegiate start. And I don't know, maybe I'll even go ahead and post some Battlefield 4 beta footage. Not like I do too great with that, but I don't know, might mix things up a little bit. So, yeah, sorry this is the only video for today, but this is the only one that I really had that was all ready to go, and it's just about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I don't want to go ahead and really start working on anything else right now. Just be dumb. But 8-yard pickup right there. A little over 5 minutes to go in the game. So, this is something we've got to end. Got to make sure they don't get anything going. So, Foster's going to be running the ball quite a bit here on this final drive. We're going to be seeing the clock tick down pretty far because all I've got to do is just let the clock go or get in field goal range, kick a field goal, and I'm good. I can keep running the clock out. So, going with a little toss play. Foster, I think he's on a cold streak too, but he'll get 7 yards right there. Not quite to 100 yet. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you get half of a game, basically, to go ahead and do that. So having 85 yards at this point in a game, which right now would basically be, you know, half of it, that's a great game for your running back. But no, that's going to go ahead and put him on a cold streak. Oh, well, 2-minute warning is come and gone. 2nd and 12. I've got to go with a passing play. So throw that at the last second, and I'm able to find Johnson, who is open. Got to make sure I stay in bounds. Now, the Seahawks are continuing to call timeout. They've only got 1 left to go. So Foster getting around a few of the defenders. Will pick up 6. So the Seahawks have used their last timeout. 1:44 to go. We've got this until Foster fumbles it. Of all the plays to have Foster fumble the ball, it had to have been right there. Now, I couldn't challenge the play or anything like that, which I would have done regardless of whether it was obvious or not, just in case. But there's a completed pass right there. Now, of course, they're going up with their hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10. Wilson again feeling some pressure this time, though. He'll get sacked, only loses 1 yard. But that keeps the clock going, which is all I really need right now. Wilson sacked again. 3rd and 18. I am guessing a pass. So the only thing that they can go with. And even though I do that, Rice is still able to catch it between 2 defenders, and then he goes down and is injured, which will stop the clock. So they just got a free timeout right there. Tate will run out of bounds. 31 seconds to go. They're in field goal range, but we can stop them. We've got to stop them here. And that one's going to go incomplete. Whew. Man, am I lucky. 3rd and 10. 20 seconds to go. Going back, knowing that he's going to throw it deep. But Tate comes back. We are failing at everything we do defensively. Wilson getting it to Tate. Touchdown with a second left to go. What a surprise. My defense, when it has counted less than 2 minutes to go in any half, has given up a touchdown when we've had the lead in the most ridiculous way. Now, granted, I'm not happy with Foster for coughing up that ball, because here we are now in overtime. Overtime. All right. Got to play smart. So I toss it to Foster. Pushed out of bounds. Now I'm at the 35-yard line here of the Texans. So 2nd and 10. Wow, I thought I was going to be able to get away from him. Nope. 3rd and 26. Really have no choice but try to see if I can exploit that left side. I probably should have gone to another receiver. I had a couple that were open. All right, so every single time I've thrown over to the left side, it's worked out for me. Now, of course, when I need it to work, it's a fail. Lynch picking up 7. Granted, he's only gotten 50 yards today. Haven't been able to really stop him that much at all. Another catch across the middle to Tate. This is annoying. All right, so Lynch. Wow, that was my bad. My bad right there. Now they're in field goal position. The way that this works is whoever gets the first points ends up winning. So unless I can force some kind of turnover, this game's done. So Wilson will run into Watt. Won't pick up anything. 3rd and 1. So I figure pass. Bad throw right there, but that's going to make it 4th and 1. Here goes Seattle for the field goal. Couldn't have lined it up any better. And that's the game. We end up losing this one by a score of 31-28, which was interesting because I think that the score of the real game was like 30-27 or something, so just 2 points off. And it was also in overtime. So that was kind of cool. I didn't plan it that way, but whatever. Anyway, first loss of the season for the Texans. This was not pretty. I got to find out if there's any way I can improve my defense because this was a joke. An absolute joke. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Or you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again. And as always, I hope you have a good one.